What's going on, everyone? Ruse here, and welcome back to the channel. I'm just here to make a video to start talking about banners and whether or not people should be pulling on them, or my thoughts really. It's really up to you ultimately if you want to pull on stuff, and just talking about the banners in general. So for these, I'm talking about, of course, the Klee and the Wolf Gravestone banner, and for just this video, since I do plan to do this on future banners as well, I'll be talking about the standard banner in just this one. If they end up making changes to it, I might talk about it in a later video, but as long as this doesn't change, I'm not going to be talking about it anymore. So going straight and firstly into the Klee banner, I'm going to go ahead and talk about why I'm not pulling from this banner. And for the simplest answer, it's because there's other characters I want and that I'm looking forward to in the future. I'm not someone who is spending money on this game, or in the case that I do spend money, not a lot of money on this game, to try and keep pulling for every character in this game. Knowing that and being someone that's pretty free to play, I have spent money on this game, of course, but not a big whale in someone that's spending money on every banner. I'm not going to pull for Klee because she doesn't fit my playstyle. Sure, she has her uses as a character in the Abyss, or maybe I could end up making content off of her, but she's not a character that I find that much fun playing. I think she's really cool and all, and there's nothing against her. If you want Klee and you think you're going to enjoy playing her, or you think she fits into your team comp, or whatever reason it may be, go ahead and pull for her. If you think the characters that are rated up as well are characters you enjoy, then go ahead and pull. I'm not telling you not to pull for her. She's not bad or anything, and there's nothing wrong with her. I'm just saying, in my case, I'm not pulling for this character. So when it comes to character banners, and for the Klee banner specifically, there's things you have to consider. It's how much do you care about Abyss, and so how good some characters are on some floors. For example, like Klee's an amazing character for floor 12, and some of the other ones, floor 9. She can help out in 8, 7. So if you're someone that really cares about those things and think, oh man, I think I really want to get this character, then this would be an okay choice. I'm a very firm believer you could clear all the content with the characters that you have. You don't need to specifically pull certain characters. They may help, but maybe it'll cut off a couple of days, maybe a week of time, just because a character is really good at doing something specifically. So pretty much my thoughts on this banner, and most character banners in general, is pull if you want the characters on it. If not, just wait and save your pulls. You really don't need to be pulling that often. Now, for weapon banners in general, and especially this banner, I would heavily recommend not pulling from this banner. I did it back then because I was very close to my 90 pulls since I was trying to get the other sword. But for free-to-play players, in general, don't pull from weapon banners. Characters are things that can change your play style, and you might end up finding someone you really enjoy playing. So just save your gems mainly to pull on character banners. Weapon banners are just things to help you get through Abyss. That is it. That's the only content that I consider difficult, and the only reason you should end up pulling for weapons. Other than that, it's just because you want to see numbers go up. Excuse me. But yeah. Now, I especially recommend not pulling on this banner because this is a pretty bad banner in my opinion. The 4-star weapons, the rate up ones, are sacrificial weapons, and I consider these weapons to be pretty niche. They're not that good at all. I think their effect isn't that good. The only one on here is probably about the Dragon's Bane. This is a pretty nice weapon for Xiangling in general, especially as a support. As a main DPS, there's some debatable other weapons, but I wouldn't recommend pulling from this banner practically at all unless you're someone who's going for extremely high numbers on a certain character and you really don't care about getting new characters. Then I guess it's okay. I still wouldn't even recommend pulling on this. This banner kind of, it's mainly a trap in my opinion. So bottom line, unless you're going for really big numbers and you don't care about characters at all for whatever reason that may be, that's really the only time to pull on weapon banners. Otherwise, just save for characters. They're pretty game changing in play style, and a lot of the characters are pretty unique. So just save for those and wait for one that you think you'll really enjoy playing. Now for the standard banner, this is one of the biggest traps. I don't think you should be pulling on this. at all, especially as a free-to-play player, because of how this banner is. It is a banner that will give you either characters or weapons. There is no rate up on anything, and banners that have passed that have the limited characters aren't getting anything added to this. You're not going to pull Venti from here anymore, so it's especially no reason to pull for it. Whenever you get to your 90 pulls, you're more likely to get a weapon because there are more weapons than characters. So if you're pulling from this thinking, oh, I'm going to get Diluc because this is a Diluc banner, you're pretty wrong. Don't pull from this banner in general. Just save for character banners and find characters you like. That is what you should do. If you get the standard pull, like the free standard pulls, go ahead and use it here. Then you're not losing anything. If anything, it's just giving you maybe some free weapons. Maybe you'll get lucky and get a 5-star character or something like that. But in general, just stay away from this banner. Once you get to your 90 pulls off of free pulls, since we get it pretty often with AR rank up and the 5 free you get per month pretty much from Star Glimmer, the Stardust exchange, you could get a pretty decent amount of these. Just let it stack up over time. Don't pull from this banner. You should not be expecting to get good things from this banner in general. So that's my biggest thing about this banner. Unless some big changes happen to this, stay away from this, please. It really is disheartening to hear people get sad about getting weapons from this banner when they expect they're getting something else. And I think it's mainly because they don't understand this is not a banner you should be pulling from in general, especially if you want characters. You're more likely to get a random character, 5-star character, if you end up pulling on a character banner here, because there are no weapons from the 5-star selection. It is just characters. It's a 50% chance when you hit a 5-star to get this character. If not, any of these can end up coming to you, and that is a way higher chance than getting a weapon. Like, it's way better to pull from here if you want characters. Just wait until you find a banner you really like and then start pulling from it. It's way smarter that way. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about banners because I do get questions a lot, especially on like, oh, why aren't you pulling for Klee? Why aren't you doing this? And I just wanted to get this cleared up and explain all this about banners. I do plan to do these on future banners as well, so if you do enjoy this type of content, let me know. I love giving my thoughts on things in general, since people ask me a decent amount about my thoughts on characters, and I really don't give my thoughts on any characters I don't own. But that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the support you guys have been giving. If you enjoy this type of stuff, do let me know. I pay attention to my comments and stuff all the time, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.